Chini di ngas TV ba munke jamrit funo chini simkinyita Antonio Blues, a very well versatile blessed son of the land who has been flying the flag of Ngas all over the world. And we're so privileged to have him on the platform of Ngas Television with us today. Tell us how much more being part of Ngas community.
So I got my music talent from Africa, from her being a spiritual person, like a minister, singing in choirs, helping people, trying to help prostitutes get out of prostitution and drugs. So early on, she used to have me in church singing and, just developing my skills always. Anything she could do to help me, she would. So she would put on all the legends. So I heard all the legends from Michael Jackson to even some country and some other stuff. Anybody who were like famous and good, she would have that playing. So I took notes early. So it developed my skill big time, being that I'm tribal, being that I'm one of the best rhythm on point. That comes from Africa, the rhythm, the percussions, and the grunt and the strength in my voice. It comes from Lord. So the deep beneath the grounds of the motherland, to protect the motherland, to be heard. So he said, I'm going to give you this voice, this strong voice. So they take you serious. You need to be heard. So it developed me like that. If I wouldn't have had Africa, I wouldn't be the person I am.
Now, looking at the musical aspect, whereas you have developed and have grown a lot of young talent all over the world, and how much more impact do you think you can make or attribute to the Ngas nation entirely?
Well, there's many of those. All my music is really heartfelt, and it comes from a place of passion and truth and honesty. So I can't really put nothing on one. I like Roll Your Body just because my godfather, one of my mentors, is on there with me. And it was just like more like an Afro feel where, it's a fun song where girls are dancing and beautiful women are there providing loving care and tenderness. So that was for me, I love to put on Roll Your Body. Going through a lot of pain, it strengthened me. This is like my journal, my therapy, to express and to show those behind me that it's possible. You could do whatever you put your mind to. And if you become a good person and you do good things, then God will bless you. You submit fully to God, He'll reward you. It's like it's like the history books. It's history. So you sacrifice something that you really want, you really love to the God, and He'll give you. But you got to do the right thing. You can't have bad intentions. You can't be thinking negatively. You can't think bad on people. You got to be real pure, because if you don't, you could be, when you're dealing with the spiritual aspect, you could be dragged into a whole nother realm where you could become destroyed. So they got to know how fruitful and how serious this path is. It's not about you. And that's why, you see the bad ones going down and God comes. But the good one's going to always go up and be loved. As long as you're pure, He's going to watch you. He's going to be there for you because He knows. He knows that you're one of His #1 soldiers. He can always count on you. So that's what we want to instill to the youth. Because I see a lot of people saying they this and they that, but they're not abiding by it. And that's what we're here to change. Be friendly to your brother. Talk it out. Have disagreements and move on. Be intellectual. So this is what my music is influencing. Scary because it's already happened, because I lost my mother, I lost my father behind this. But because my father is Jewish, so he fought, because the Jewish white community, they fight hard. They're like us. They got a pyramid together. They don't play. You know, so that's what I am. And my dad, in my culture, Nigerian Jewish, you go with your mom. So my dad had always aimed, and he fought for that. He was one of the barbarians with the Nigerians who lost his life for me to come right here, because people were jealous, and other people going to have to go through that. It's no different than your grandmother and then your cousin. When you turn your back, your cousin being mean, raising her blood pressure, pushing her to her early grave without you knowing. When you come back in, what happened? What's going on? You know something funny, but you don't want to believe it. They killing our elders out of jealousy, out of anger, out of wanting inheritances.
Now, understanding some viewpoint, we realize you will be heading to Jos. That's one of your hometown. Understand that you're going to look forward into how much more you can develop, more careers there. Do you have any plans towards making impact on the plateau as a state entirely, and then to the gas youth in general? Like, you have some stuff so then?
Yeah, I would just tell you to stay linked in with World Link Promotions, and I will let my promoter, disclose all information on touring and interviews and shows. So just stay tuned. There's a lot coming, but I have people in charge of that, and they could just continue to stand behind me and believe that I'm going to bring them into the motherland, to the promised land, and I'm going to do it. I see the end of the tunnel, the light. I've always had a little light there, and now it's clearer. So now we're going to work on the next level of leadership. We're going to concentrate on leadership more than the music. Well, right now we're working on Roski's Lounge, King Roski's Lounge. So I got a nonprofit company called Global Unity Network, where we bring people together. We help people get back to Africa and travel as a group, where we're going to have an application soon that costs as much as a house. That, again, was a sacrifice, because I had to go through living in camper vans and being homeless, but nobody really knew, because I had a nice camper van, and I'd go to the gym and shower and go to work, so instead of getting that house, I put it into helping us, because I don't know how long I have, and I lost so much already, so I want to make it easier for my next child, so when they grow up, they can just push everything I did. So it's like, I don't have wives and kids yet, so I didn't get houses and all that. I put the money into something that's going to better the country. So Global Unity is the most prominent company in the world. You see people copying me, copying my name, coming with applications, spending their last, but they're different. They're going to be mad because applications not making a lot of money. So for me, I sacrifice. I'm a giver. For them, they're trying to make money. They're going to be mad. They're going to blame it on me. They blame everything on me, because you shouldn't be following me. I just seen it blowing up. I seen it all my life. I always was like, people always was fascinated with me. See, I'm Nigerian, you could tell, but I'm also got different race in me. So I came out looking a little different. So I've always had people staring at me since I was little. And I think it go back to spirituality, what God knew the world was going to need. So, I think it's all spiritual. Yeah, I believe it is making an impact, major impact, because you see a lot. Why you think you see all those people in America and Africa doing videos on YouTube and being independent now, and they have a lot of pride in it, like they're already blowed up, like they're already successful, which ain't a problem. But I think that comes from me. Them seeing a king win. They saw me win. They seen what I went through, and me becoming #1 Nigerian artist, it inspired them so much that they just going crazy with their music. You can't tell them nothing. Me being one of the best and me staying loyal. I'm a loyal man. I don't care if we have a disagreement or a fight. I'm here where I'm at. I stand where I stand. And I was a part of the Marines in the U.S., so I lost brothers too. They seen this vision, and they helped me. and a couple of them passed away along the way as well to get me here. So and our motto was death before dishonor, and that's what I carry with me here. Death before dishonor. Before I dishonor you, I'll proudly go.
Exactly, that's awesome. The music world is one of the most good venture today, in which it supports youth in terms of entertainment, creativity, and other things. And I think it will be good having such investors like you and many more to come and invest in our youth in this moment. Now, lastly, can you tell us what message do you have for the youth and for the Gas Nation entirely?
Just meditating and staying true to my Lord, which is raw, so the Kemetic spirituality. So I'm shamanic, so I believe in energy. I believe in everything. So that keeps me grounded as long as I stay true to my Lord. That's all I need. All the stuff, all the life that he gave me. And he's saying, man, you're here to get old and grow and teach and have a lovely time. This is your time now. You sacrifice. They put you through unnecessary. All because genuine. I'm showing you, the more pure, the more genuine, the more evilness is coming. They're going to come. My message is to stay strong, stay true to yourself, stay educating yourself, Calm down, because we have that blood, and as we've seen, I was able to do it. So the first thing is to work on yourself. You have to take time every day. And my family will tell you, and it might make them feel a certain way, but I have to take a moment every day to work on myself, to think, grow, think about what I did that day, think of where I'm going, educate myself, and to spend some time with God, me and God, just me and God. Nobody can have influence, because that's when it goes back to you violating. And people might not know that, but it's not about man. He allowed man to control, to have dominance, but it belongs to the Lord. It don't belong to us. We have to let it go. Just let it go. That's what I want Nigerians to know, because we're very strong and our blood flares. And then we might be moving too fast and too much pressure, and that messes up things. Back up. Calm down. Let's use your eyes. See what people going to do. Don't be so fast because we all do it, and I've done it. But I've worked on myself to the point where I don't care. I don't need the control. I don't need anything. I don't need nothing. Even me now as a leader, I don't even never control my followers. I've listened to all, and I learned from all the greats. Anybody you can name pretty much that was before me, I listened to them and I learned from them. But I feel like I surpassed a lot, even the rich ones and ones who are more famous than me, because just my skill set, and nobody was able to, accurize Michael Jackson's style like I was and make it my own. But when you listen to it, sometimes you might think it's a new song of his. I've heard people say, is this Michael? For real, no, this is Antonio Blue. So, he was the only one that influenced me. And because of that, it developed my entertainment, my passion to be a hero, my passion to be a politician, and my passion to sacrifice and be a king and know what a king is. It's not about me. Being a king ain't about yourself. It's about others. You're the last person, so I got a lot of people in America who think and worship kings, but they don't know what a real king has to go through, and what it's really about, because they think it's there to make them shine. But a real king should be cool on his own, in a room by himself, not taking from others, not hurting people, just dealing with the Lord. I don't care what you do. I'm not going to take from you. I'm not going to do nothing wrong to you. I don't, you don't challenge. You're not a threat to me. So that's what I want to instill into the next leaders, because we're going to have more kings and more leaders. So we want to make sure they humble, you know, and don't let this power get them power drunk. And you're gonna be hearing me say this a lot because I see it. Everybody's power drunk. You know, they get the little power, they go crazy. So I'm here to stop that. Becoming #1 in Nigeria because that was the ultimate, like a movie history movie where I'm captured. You know, I was the king of my throne. I blew up in America, and then because I stuck to my roots and I said, I'm Nigerian, and I believe in Michael Jackson. That's my hero. That's my leader. It's Michael. So they came for me. For the future, you know, I think I'll be okay with doing a song with Wycliffe Jean or Stevie Wonder. You know, I don't really, you know, I'm starting to retire now that I made it, and I'm getting into more sociology stuff. So my mind and heart is becoming more of a leader than a musician. But I guess God tells me that the musician is a part of being a leader. So I think I have to intertwine it with spirituality. And so that's what I'm bringing here. I'm going to get more into spirituality where it's more amongst us. Whoever believes in God and wants to better themselves can come.
That's awesome. To our viewers, we are so delighted having our guest here, Antonio Blue, on the platform of Ngas Television today, and you can understand clearly what his message is for the Ngas culture, for the Ngas youth, for the Ngas people entirely, that we must embrace unity, we must embrace peace, and we must value one another, most especially in the aspect of the women and the kid. And this is one of the mission he is after. And in the cost of it, he wants to make more impact in building up more careers in the Ngas youth, and most especially in the music aspect. So we pray and we will keep supporting your career and your vision and your passion towards the youth, towards the Ngas nation entirely, that you're going to make impact that will be of the global stage at the course of time. Thank you so much for having time with us. Manta wuchadri ku lashi funu on YouTube, Ngas Television. Uche kichingi Ngaska. Musail ko upalaf kunu. Thank you so much.